Hello, my name is Yasmin and welcome to Yoga with Yaz. If you're ready to get into your free weekly yoga flow, we're going to start in a laying down position. So just flat on your back, ground yourself with the floor beneath you, the earth beneath you, opening your palms up towards the sky, just gently engaging your core, taking a breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Take a moment to tune into how your body is feeling, what it might need in today's practice, and connect with the sounds around you. Just bring that awareness out and then bring it back into your body. We're going to bring the right leg in towards our chest, gently hugging it, holding for a moment. And then on the next inhale, open your right leg out towards the side. Feel a little stretch through that inner thigh. Exhale it back into center. And then swapping the legs over, gently hugging your left leg. And then inhaling that left leg out to the side, using your left hand on the left knee. Feeling the stretch through that inner thigh. Exhaling back to center. And then bring both knees in, gently rocking side to side, feeling the lower back massage into the earth. Breathing in and out. The arms come wide into a T shape. Let your legs gently drop over towards the left-hand side to feel the stretch on the right, keeping the knees bent in this moment. And you can put a bolster underneath your knees if you need a little bit less of a stretch at this time. Inhale the legs back to center, give them a little hug, and then exhale as you lower your legs to the other side. Breathing in and out. Inhaling the legs back to center, lowering the feet to the ground, tuck the heels in nice and close to your pelvis, activate your core, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, inhale your pelvis up towards the sky, squeezing those glute muscles, feeling the legs engage, the core engage, lowering the pelvis back down as you exhale. Inhale, lift the pelvis up towards the sky, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, lowering down. Spread the knees out wide, the heels will come together, and just gently butterflying the legs. You can hold in this pose, or you can rock slightly side to side with the knees out wide, feet together, feeling the hips loosening up. From here, rolling over onto your all fours position, bring the big toes together, knees come out, and then dropping back down into a child's pose. Just stretching actively as you push your pelvis backwards as far as is comfortable for you, and then pushing the chest down between your shoulders, breathing in and out. Inhaling up into your all fours. Take the spine through a little bit of a wiggle side to side. And then on the next inhale, open your chest forward as we come through a couple of cat-cows. Exhale as you roll back down. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, closing back down. Then inhaling back to center. Wiggle the shoulders. On your next inhale, the right arm opens up as we open up towards the sky on the right-hand side, turning the head to look upwards. And then exhale as that right arm comes forward, threading the needle, and just gently resting your head down towards the ground. Just in whatever position is comfortable for you. You can put a towel or a bolster underneath your shoulder if you need a little bit more support. And not completely flopping, keeping an active core. Then inhale, sweep the arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Left arm now, inhale, arm up towards the sky, activating the core. Exhale, threading the needle on the other side. Breathing in and out as you rest that shoulder on the ground or on your bolster. Breathing in and out, active core. On the next inhale, that left arm sweeps back up towards the sky and then back to your all fours. The right leg comes forward. On your next inhale, drop the pelvis down low and inhale again as your arms come to the sky. Feel free to take an exhale in there. Breathing in and out. You can keep your arms raised or you can interlock your fingers behind you to open up your chest. Holding another moment. If your hands are interlocked, bring them back up above you, and then exhale as you step back into a little half split. So we're now resting back on the toes on the left-hand side, and the right leg is feeling that stretch through the front. And then bringing the right leg back behind into your all fours. Inhale the left leg forward, dropping the hips low. Feel the stretch through the front of the right, and lifting the arms up towards the sky. And put a cushion underneath your right knee here if you need to. Make sure you're supporting your joints. And you can interlock the hands behind your back to open the shoulders up a little bit more, or keep your arms elevated. If you've lowered your arms, bring them back up. And on your next exhale, walking the hands back, sitting back onto the right leg, feeling that hamstring stretch on the left side in your half split. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And then from here, shift your weight forward again. And we're lifting up into a forward fold, keeping the legs nice and soft. So feel the hamstrings lengthen. You might want to straighten and bend the alternating legs, lengthening out your body. Inhaling for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding forward, soften the legs. And then on your next inhale, roll your spine vertebrae by vertebrae until your arms come all the way up to the sky in your upward salute. Exhale, your arms come down. If you're not at the front of your mat, you can just step forward slightly as we come into a sun salutation. Inhale, the arms come up to the sky. And then exhale, diving forward into a forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift, flattening the back. You can place the hands on the ground or floating above, hands on the shins, hands on the thighs, whatever is best for you in your halfway lift. Exhale as you step backwards into your plank, lowering the knees for this first one. Roll your shoulders back and down, nice and strong through the core. Then exhale as you bend the elbows backwards and lower all the way to the ground, rolling the shoulders and inhaling for your baby cobra. Keeping those back muscles nice and active so we're not forcing ourselves up with our hands. You can lift your hands just to check yourself. And then tucking the toes underneath. Exhale as you push back into your downward facing dog. Just walking the dog. Spread the fingers out nice and wide, suction cupping to the earth. Protect the wrists. And just take a moment to let your body get used to your downward facing dog. Tilting the pelvis up towards the sky. Find a moment of stillness, breathing in and out. Walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, the arms come down. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Then exhale, stepping backwards, knees or toes this time. If you're on your toes, nice and strong through the shoulders. Shift your weight forward slightly, bending the elbows to 90 degrees as you exhale. And then inhale as you sweep through for your upward facing dog. Squeezing the glutes nice and strong here. Knees are off the ground, shoulders are away from the ears. And then 1 foot at a time, untuck, exhale, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. On your next inhale, the right leg sweeps up to the sky, three-legged dog on the right. Holding a moment. And on the next inhale, the right leg comes forward. And you have 2 options here. You can either drop the knee down to the ground for your low lunge, or you can keep the knee lifted up if you're feeling warm enough and strong enough today. Inhaling the arms up towards the sky, high lunge, shoulders are away from the ears. Breathing in and out. And if you prefer, you can drop into a warrior one as well with that foot on a 45-degree angle at the back. For me, with my ankles, I tend to prefer a high lunge. I'll do a warrior one, but usually much later in the workout when my ankles are feeling nice and warm. It's a good one to do, the high lunge, if you have any history of ankle injuries and you find warrior one is a bit straining. Breathing in and out. If you need to drop to the knee at any point, you can. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then from here, pivoting into your warrior two. So that back foot is parallel with the back of your mat. Sink a little lower if you can. And make sure that your knee is kind of over your ankle and not tucked too far under you. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in and out. And then straightening that right leg. And from here, tilt the pelvis to the left-hand side as we pop into a triangle pose. So your pelvis pops over to the side, the weight shifts forward, and then opening your chest up, the hand comes down, looking up towards the sky or straight ahead in your triangle pose. You can place your hand resting here, holding higher up along the chain. Whatever is comfortable for you, you can have a bolster or hold onto your water bottle if it's a bit hard to support yourself in your triangle pose. Breathing in and out. And if that is a bit tricky, you can just come into a low side lunge like this. Otherwise, holding onto your triangle pose just for a moment. Breathing in and out. And then from here, lifting, inhaling as you drop back into that warrior two. Shifting the weight forward. Pivot back into your high lunge or your warrior one. And then exhale as you lower the hands to the ground, stepping back into your plank, knees or toes, and then chaturanga, lowering down. Inhale for your upward facing dog, your baby cobra, squeezing the glutes. And then exhale as you push back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. Inhaling that left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog on the left. Holding a moment. Breathe in and out. And on the next inhale, the left leg sweeps forward. And then either keeping the knee low for your low lunge like we did before, or coming up onto your toes as you lift up into your high lunge. And again, you can take the option of a warrior one. Try to make sure that you've got your feet spread like you're on train tracks so that they're not right behind each other. You'll be a lot more stable if your feet have a little bit more balance and width. Shoulders away from the ears, sinking nice and low. Keep the core active. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in and out. And I'm just going to pivot around so you can see as we twist around, and then inhaling as you open into your warrior two. Look forward, you can look straight ahead depending what feels comfortable for you. Just sinking and holding. You might find one side's a little bit harder than the other. That back foot parallel with the back of your mat and your heels kind of in line. Breathing in and out. Sink a little lower. And then you can straighten out that left leg. You can drop down to the ground if you prefer. Tilt the pelvis over to the right-hand side. The weight shifts forward as your arms come across. And then we rotate and open the chest forward into a triangle pose. Remember, holding wherever feels comfortable for you. Breathing in and out, opening the chest. And either looking straight ahead or up towards your hand, working towards nice, straight, strong spine. Breathing in and out. Holding a moment longer in your triangle pose. Then bending just to support, keeping the knees soft. Dropping back into your warrior two. Looking forward, pivoting your weight into your high lunge or warrior one, and just readjusting your feet if you need to. Breathing in and out, shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale as you lower down and step backwards into your downward facing dog. Walk the dog for a moment, stretching the body. Walking towards the front of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, lowering the arms down. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, knees or toes. One last chaturanga, shift the weight forward. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in and out. And then lowering the knees down to the ground, the big toes come together, dropping down into your child's pose, stretching out the arms, softening your body, feeling the stretch through your torso, keeping the core active though. Holding for a moment, and then just coming into a seated position here. Readjust if you need to. That left leg tucks underneath, the right leg comes across. We lift the chest up tall, wrap the left arm around the right leg, keeping the chest lifted, and then just gently opening the right arm behind you to place the hand on the ground and looking over the right shoulder. Just twisting as far as is comfortable, feeling the stretch through that right glute, the right side of your body. Keeping the body strong. If this is uncomfortable for your left shoulder, pull it back a little bit more. You let it sort of flop forward, it'll be a bit strained through the shoulder joint. And inhale as you open your body up, swap the legs over, the right leg tucks underneath, the left leg comes over the top, shoulders are back and down, right arm sweeps and hugs that left knee. Keep the chest lifted, opening that left hand behind you, and exhale as you rotate to look over the left shoulder as far as is comfortable for you, and feeling the stretch through the left hand side. Breathing in and out. And on your next inhale, uncurling to open forward and just lowering your body down to the ground. Give the knees a little bit of a hug, rocking side to side like we did at the start. Arms open out. Right, drop your legs over to the left-hand side to feel that stretch through the right. And this time, if you want, you can increase the stretch by straightening that top leg, looking towards your right hand. Holding for a moment. Remember to use bolsters if you need to support in any pose. If the stretch is too much for you today, that's okay. This is your practice. Inhaling the legs back to center. Exhale, opening the other direction. As you exhale, straightening that top leg if it's within your practice, or looking over to the left hand. Breathing in and out. And engage the core. Inhale back to center, give the legs a little hug. And then if it's within your practice today to have a moment of Savasana, you can open yourself up into your corpse pose, just laying flat, or whatever pose feels right for you. Or take on another additional stretch, something that feels like it needs to be stretched out today. As always, this is your practice and you can do whatever feels right for you. You can add in some more Sun Salutations at this point or have a moment in Savasana. Otherwise, I hope that you have enjoyed this flow. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time for the next free weekly flow.